Chicago and the Philippines. A comprehensive review of the week's special community events, featuring many exciting personalities, handled by the most professional Chicago Philippine Reports TV staff.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Chicago Philippine Reports TV, still the #1 Filipino show in the Midwest. I'm Girly Pascual. Welcome to our show. Today we have all the top stories from the Philippines. We also have what's happening in our own Filipino American community of Chicago. We have interesting interviews led by our very own executive producer, Miss Veronica Leighton. We have Brigitte, Cueter, Carino. All these are coming up and more after word from our sponsors. Please stay with us.
Former President Rodrigo Duterte's eldest son speaks out after House Deputy Minority Leader Franz Castro sued his father for grave threats. For Davao City Representative Paulo Duterte, while Castro has the right to sue, this right should not be used to silence critics. The younger Duterte says his father never sued any of his critics, even if he had received harsher criticism. Castro fired back.
In the past, sa panahon ng kanyang tatay, si dating Presidente Rodrigo Duterte, marami na kaming mga na-receive na mga kung ano-anong mga name calling, red tagging, vilification, harassment. Pero hindi naman kami kumikibo. Iba na tong threat, death threat na binanggit ng kanyang tatay. Dati kasi very onion skin din naman din siya na kapag merong sinasabi sa kanila ay talagang meron silang bad na sinasabi din.
The younger Duterte also said that if the former president has said something that threatened her, then maybe Representative Castro should come clean. He also urged his colleague to stop her theatrics in the media. But Castro maintains she's just protecting herself and drawing a line that she believes should not be crossed, such as death threats on national television.
Hindi na presidente ang tatay niya. Kailangang harapin niya na yung anuman yung consequences and accountability na gagawin niya ngayon.
Meanwhile, one of the lawyers of Representative Castro also responded to statements made by former Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Salvador Panelo. Attorney Tony Lavina says his group, Movement Against Disinformation, does not engage in propaganda. Panelo earlier said the grave threat complaint against Duterte has no legal basis, since he did not mention the lawmaker's full name.
If I tell you I will kill you or I want to kill you, is there a difference for you? Assuming I'm someone you are afraid of, I have a gun, I have access to people that can kill you, and I tell you I'll kill you, I want to kill you, is there a difference to you think? Of course not.
Castro also dispelled speculations they're blocking the House is in cahoots with the House leadership to realign the confidential funds of Vice President Sara Duterte.
Baka imagination na lang nila yon. Without the speaker at the scene, nakita naman ninyo kahit na hindi ngayong Congress na ito, in the past Congress ay kinikriticize naman talaga namin itong confidential funds.
An overseas Filipino worker in Israel saw missiles flying overhead while traveling on a bus from Jerusalem to Tel Aviv. Edna Talastasin said she and several other passengers had to disembark for fear of being hit. According to the Israel Defense Forces, 400 Hamas targets were struck on Tuesday, including a tunnel shaft that allows Hamas to infiltrate Israel through the sea. But sirens also blared in various locations throughout Israel, indicating bombing attempts by the Hamas group. The Department of Foreign Affairs is concerned about a report from the Philippine Embassy that 3 Filipinos are once again in central Gaza, the bombing epicenter. Among them is a Filipina nun who has decided to continue her humanitarian work with her congregation. The other 2 is a father and his child believed to be a minor. It is said that they went back to central Gaza with a Palestinian mother.
Father and child who actually were already in the south but returned to Gaza City to check the condition of the Palestinian father-in-law. So they are sheltered at a hospital, the same hospital where the father-in-law is staying for shrapnel wounds.
Other Filipinos are still awaiting the green light to cross the Egyptian border. On Tuesday, a Filipina told ABS-CBN News that even southern Gaza is no longer safe, as it is now also experiencing bombardment. Israel earlier issued an evacuation order instructing civilians to flee northern and central Gaza by going south. Filipinos were among those who heeded this order and fled near the Rafah crossing with their children and Palestinian husbands.
We joined the call of the UN Secretary General, hopefully for cessation of hostilities or for non-targeting as much as possible of civilians, and for the humanitarian aid to keep coming in and for persons to be allowed out.
The DFA is also monitoring 122 Filipinos in the West Bank, with a handful wishing to return home. 113 Filipinos in Lebanon, which is now under alert level 3, also signed up for repatriation. But this is a small number compared to the total Filipino population of over 17,500. The Philippine Embassy in Beirut is specially urging about 100 Filipinos in southern Lebanon to evacuate due to escalating tensions along the Lebanese-Israeli border, where the Hezbollah group is exchanging fire with Israel. A Filipina said she has already relocated to Beirut with her employer, but she has no plans of going back to the Philippines.
Nag-decision po ako mag-stay kasi sabi naman ng amo ko, kung maramdaman na namin na talagang kailangan ka namin pauwiin, papauwiin ka namin. Ilang taon ka na rin sa amin, almost 5 years, so hindi ka namin papabayaan, sabi naman nila. Kagagaling ko lang din naman sa vacation, walang pera. At least dito, nagtatrabaho ako at saka may anak ako, kailangan ng pera.
In Israel, up to 90 Filipinos are scheduled to return to the Philippines. However, most of the 30,500 overseas Filipino workers have chosen to stay. Some of them who were living in northern Israel were evacuated to the south.
Some of them are still with their employers kasi, as I said, ang nature ng work nila is caregiving. So they live in the same household as their employers. They take care of their employer, elderly employer. And then for some of them, ay nailikas sa rescue area.
2 Filipinos remain missing until now. According to the DFA, Israel is convinced that one of them is among hostages brought by Hamas to Gaza. The Israel Defense Forces recently posted an appeal on social media asking for information on the hostages in exchange for protection and a financial reward. Over 200 hostages are believed to be held by the Hamas group.
Do you need to get your hands on some extra money right now? Maybe $25,000 or more? If you're a homeowner, now is the perfect time to get cash out. While homes in many neighborhoods like yours have gone up in value, you can use the money for anything. It's yours. You can buy an investment property, pay for college, pay off higher interest debt, or make home improvements. A cash out refinance is the perfect solution to get the cash you need. If you need $25,000, $50,000, or even $100,000, now's the time. Home values are up, and so is your equity. We offer you a way to use it. No need to sell your home or use your savings. Call New American Funding now and speak to a cash out refi specialist and see how much cash out you can get.
Call New American Funding at 855-332-3929. That's 855-332-3929. Call 855-332-3929.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 901-245-4874. That's 901-245-4874. 901-245-4874. That's 901-245-4874.
It's more fun in the Philippines.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down and down. It's happened during every economic cycle, and it will happen again. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value and sometimes grows during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
ViaTimes, vital news, vibrant views for the Filipino Asian communities in Chicago. ViaTimes for your most interesting and exciting reading and your party coverages. ViaTime has very interesting columnists. You name it, ViaTimes has it. Law, Filipino news, dentistry, immigration, humor, serious opinions, health, beauty, mysticism, Bata Corner, showbiz, and intelligently written editorials. Call ViaTimes at 773-866-0811.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of the show. Today, I have a very interesting, exciting guest who is an insurance expert. She's an agent for many insurance companies and also for Medicare Advantage. And her name is Miss Judith Santiago. Hi, Judith. How are you?
I am doing great. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Okay, Judith. As it's October, the month of October is the month that many people think about changing their Medicare Advantage insurance. Actually, it is more for Medicare. Okay, and many seniors are being affected and seriously thinking about their insurance at this time of the year. And can you please tell us the updates on the Medicare Advantage?
Okay. It's October. The annual enrollment plan enrollment is October 15 to December 7. So it just started 3 days ago. And so as I look at all the different plans, they change dramatically every single year. And sometimes our seniors cannot cope up with the changes. And so some of my clients, I send them letter every year and letting them know that it's Medicare time of the year. And then I would like to review their plans if they're interested for me to review their plans. And so I would look at the whole the whole plan that I have, and I would again compare the different plans that fits their needs, because I carry all the major plans, like Aetna, Blue Cross, Humana. So I carry all the major plans, and I see that every year that there's some big changes again this year. And so if you want me to review, you can just call me, and I would be very happy to review your plans.
So, Judy, it's all right for many people out there to change their insurance Medicare Advantage every year. Every year?
Yes, yes, yes. It's okay, but if they're satisfied, um, you know, I am changing this year because I want to have a dental work, and so I'm changing it to a company that is giving me more for my, more benefit for the dental. So yes, and this company was giving last year 5,000. Now it went up to 7,500. So I can get a lot of my teeth fixed with that amount of money.
For sure, for sure. My goodness, $7,500 a year for dental insurance. And does it cover the major works like?
Yes. Like for cleaning, crown, dentures. It's all it covers all of those. So if you have a denture and costs $1,500, then you will not have to pay, anything, because the 7,500 will cover it.
Root canal.
So
that is,
yes, it does cover root canals too.
That is within the span of 1 year that you have.
Yes.
You can utilize the 7,500. Wow, that's a very good program. What else are in the offing for many seniors out there?
Okay. Another thing is, a lot of us, when we get older, we cannot hear that much anymore, right? Our hearing is not that good. And when I look at all the companies, I saw that some will have to pay $200 only for both ears for their hearing aid, 200 each ear. So that's not a lot, for hearing aid. And so I was looking at all the benefits, and so I'm changing plan to this company that I chose because of its benefit.
Wow.
So yeah, so it's like it changes. I saw how much they changed, They started with 1,000 for the dental, and now they're like competing. And it's good for us if they compete. So
the more
that's why,
the better.
yes.
And wow, really, that is great news for many seniors there.
Yes.
How about for the vision?
The vision, some companies will give 150, 200, 300, 400 for the vision. So they are different. It's like sometimes it can jump up to so much per company. And so that's why you have to really look at the benefits. And the only one that can compare plans is us, because we get recertified every single year, and we study all the different plans. And so we know which plans, and every area every area has a different plan as well. So it's not like the same for everyone. That's why I have to like take time to look at their doctors, the area, and what is the benefit that they like the most. I was talking to another senior today, and she was just interested in the over the counter, like the freebies, And when I told her that this particular plan that we chose for her has $155 every 3 months, and so that's like a lot of vitamins that you can get for zero. So
some companies have minimum of $150 something, not 50.
Yeah. And some gives like only $60, $50. So you have to know this plan so that you can get the maximum benefit for your plan.
Okay, Judy, how about the general medical program?
Okay, the general medical program, I like it because some of us seniors, we're like so scared that when we're hospitalized, we have all these different kinds of illness, and then they tell me like I am always sick. I always go to the hospital and everything. But when I explain to them that each company has maximum out of pocket, what that means is you only pay if this amount, like the company that I had was $3,200 maximum if you use it. Otherwise, if you don't use it, then you don't pay. So last year, I only spent actually $77. All my medications are all free. That's why I said, oh my goodness, these are so good plans, So it is, I like to help our seniors because I'm also a senior and I see the benefit. I was sitting with a couple yesterday. They're paying a supplement and drug plan of about $8,000 a year, even if they don't use it. And so when I explained to them the Advantage plan, they were going for it. I said, you're saving a lot of money, So that's why I'm out there trying to educate our clients, because I know what it is, because I'm also a beneficiary myself.
Can you please tell me the difference between Medicare Advantage and versus the Medicare supplement? It's so confusing.
Yes. Okay. When you purchase a supplement, which I also has the ability to sell that. Okay. When you purchase, you have 3 cards for a supplement. So you have the Medicare card, you have the supplement, and you have a Part D drug plan. So when you go to the doctor, you carry all 3. And the thing is, you have to pay a premium for a supplement. That is to pay for the 20% that Medicare does not pay. And so this couple that I saw yesterday, they're paying about $500 a month, plus their Part D plan, which is the drug plan. So that's why they're paying $8,000 a year. even if they don't use it. Okay, so yes, even because it's a premium, you have to pay for it every month, and they don't have any dental, they don't have any vision, all of these extra benefits. That is the Medicare supplement. I call that option one. Is expensive for the client who has like their income is set up every single month, and then the Medicare Advantage, you only have one card. It carries the B. A is hospitalization, B is the doctors, and then D is the prescription drug. So A, B, and D in one. And you pay zero premium, right? And so you don't pay anything every single month. You only pay co-pays if you use it. But the copay has a maximum. You don't pay like above 20,000 like Medicare. That's why they're buying a supplement, because Medicare only pays for 80%. The supplement pays for the 20%. But as I was talking to this couple yesterday, they still pay. I'm like, why are you paying? And so once I explained to them, they're like, I'm going there to the option two. Yeah, so that's why option two for me is better for our seniors. But yeah.
All right. What I don't understand is how come many seniors don't know about this, about the Medicare Advantage.
Because like there's a lot of TV commercials, and people are calling them, and they're just buying anything that this company offers them without really digging into their doctors. They just sell it. I know, I've seen that. And so they just buy it. And so now when they have an issue, they don't know where to go because they don't have an agent. They just call the company, but they don't understand because no one has explained to them. And I see that every single time I go to a client, that I change supplements to Advantage all the time because they don't understand. And they've been paying for like years.
Yeah, and others too, because it's just too confusing for the public. And
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They should really have someone like you who will be explaining to the general public what's really good, because sometimes just the wordings itself is just confusing. And
that's so true.
And I really don't know. We live in a world of confusion, and
yeah, it is. That's why you need a person that you can reach out, because that's what we're here for. And our company is called Friendly Insurance Advisor because we are really friendly and we take care of our clients.
Now, of course, that's how Miss Judith Santiago is for. She is, just like I told you, she is a very helpful, knowledgeable insurance agent, and in our here in Chicago. And one last question: how about your, because you're an insurance broker? How about your insurance products that you're carrying?
Oh, I carry everything. I carry from long-term care, life insurance, final expense, everything, even for the younger generation. I even do trust. And when I go to the client, I explain to them that I am not only a Medicare advisor, but benefit consultant for all the different plans.
All right, Judith. Thank you very much for sharing your insurance knowledge with us. And for sure, please, can you please tell our viewing audience the number or to reach you out?
Oh, okay. My number is 847-766-8141. 847-766-8141. And please leave a message because there's a lot of scams out there that are calling and and then I will call you back almost right away.
Yes, Miss Judith is really very, very busy, and most of all from October until December?
Yes, December 7.
December 7. All right. Okay, Judith, and we will not bother you too much anymore. And I thank you for gracing our show today and sharing your knowledge, your insurance knowledge with me and with our audience.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and good night, everyone, and thank you.
Thank you. At maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Ako po si Veronica. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye, Judith.
Bye. Okay, thank you.
Yan! Dito na! Perfect!
Do you need to get your hands on some extra money right now? Maybe $25,000 or more? If you're a homeowner, now is a perfect time to get cash out. While homes in many neighborhoods like yours have gone up in value, you can use the money for anything. It's yours. You can buy an investment property, pay for college, pay off higher interest debt, or make home improvements. A cash out refinance is the perfect solution to get the cash you need. If you need $25,000, $50,000, or even $100,000, now's the time. Home values are up, and so is your equity. We offer you a way to use it. No need to sell your home or use your savings. Call New American Funding now and speak to a cash out refi specialist and see how much cash out you can get.
Call New American Funding at 855-332-3929. That's 855-332-3929. Call 855-332-3929.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of the show. Today, I have a very interesting, very young, very dynamic Filipino leader, and her name may look familiar, but we have been missing her for some time now. Since COVID, we have not seen this young lady, and her name is Paula Arnedo. Welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me. It's so good to be back, even though only virtually.
I miss that beauty and very
you too. You're as young as ever.
Very charming demeanor. And okay, Paula, was associated with ISPA. She was the vice president of ISPA, and she really talking about ISPA and the FRW, the Filipino Restaurant Week. Okay, we miss her, and she really headed this group. Okay, Paula, welcome back, and you're
Thank you for having me again. Yeah, I just wanted to really highlight ISFA and the Filipino Restaurant Week. And as probably some may not know, ISFA stands for International Society of Filipinos in Finance and Accounting. So we have different chapters all over the US. It was started by Filipinos in Finance and Accounting. And we have branches or chapters in Chicago, San Francisco, LA, and New York, where I am currently now. So it really was started to mentor and train young professionals in finance and accounting. And probably some, like many are aware that there's not a lot of Filipinos in that industry. So I think ISFA is really a good resource for Filipinos in that industry to, just gain mentorship, gain a good network for that industry. So so I was the VP in Chicago when, like, 2018 and 19. That sounds like way back, way ago, but yeah, I was the VP, and we headed so many events that were geared towards training young professionals in finance and accounting, but also, which I am really, really proud about, the fact that we started the first ever Filipino Restaurant Week in Chicago in 2019. And you were involved there. ViaTimes, Cprtv was very supportive, and all the other Filipino organizations. So yeah, it was a successful event. As you know, we had so many participating restaurants, Filipino restaurants, and it was really just to promote them and promote Filipino businesses all throughout the year, really, and not just for a certain week.
Yeah, that was very interesting and exciting. FRW, and when you disappeared, that FRW going on now.
Yeah, no, I had a little break because I moved countries, but now we're going full force again. I'm helping out ISFA in Chicago, who's really heading the event. But yeah, we had to take a little break, as everyone knows. It was COVID, so it was hard to come back, in person, and really, we did not know the status of the restaurants, if they're going 100% or 50%. So from 2019, if you remember, we had a block party at the end of the restaurant week. Also, in the beginning, we had a launch party at a hotel downtown. So it was really great, and hope we can, slowly get back to it. But this year, we have about 19, 20 participating restaurants who joined, who were probably similar names from 2019 and some other new names. And I can go through it later. But yeah, it's just, heartwarming to still see a lot of thriving Filipino restaurants in Chicago. But yeah, with the help of ISFA this year, and I'm also helping them out, we are trying to bring back Filipino Restaurant Week. It's gonna run from October 21st to 28th. And we have a little, exciting raffle drawing for participants who would dine in these participating restaurants. So it's a little, prize for supporting the restaurants during Filipino Restaurant Week.
Is the FRW revival going to happen this year or next year?
Yeah, this year. October 21 to 28. Yep. Hopefully this is a good start for the next years to come. So it's, it's a little smaller than the one in 2019, but hopefully next year we will have a block party again, more in-person events. But this year it will be just as simple as visiting the participating restaurants and letting diners participate in the raffle. And raffle prizes will be gift certificates, mostly from the restaurants, from the Filipino restaurants. So it's an inch closer to getting back to what we had in 2019, but it's a good way just to support the businesses.
But Paula,
yeah,
you don't live here in Chicago any longer.
No.
And how are you going to be interacting with the Chicago leaders? And will you please name them who are
Yeah,
going?
sure. Well, as you know, Tita V, social media is so powerful now, and technology. So I have been in touch with them, Facebook, Instagram, text messages, and FaceTiming everyone. So the relationships we all had in 2019 translated to until this year. And I'm still in good relationship with all the businesses and the Filipino organizations, like you especially, and to make this all work and make this all successful. So yeah, first of all, ISFA, its president is Andrew Guerrero. He's the one really heading the event, and Emmanuel Eman, we call him Eman Mijares. They are the leads in FRW at ISFA. Also Ivory Pineda, and then also the Philippine Consulate General has always been supportive of us. They gave our the pat in the back and saying we support you guys. So we have them in our logos and the posters, their logos in the poster. And then also, as part of our sponsors, Mamacita has, remember, and Tanduay, where we did all the interviews back in 2019. So they're coming back this year again. So it's just, I guess, a fraction of those who were present in 2019, but it's a good start to, getting more traction and getting more help from the Filipino community in the years to come.
Terrific and perfect. You guys have really put it together.
And even though I'm away, I've been always passionate about Filipinos and the community and the businesses, and just seeing them thrive and just word of mouth, really, and promoting them really means a lot to them. So it's a good sideline from my day job, and it's good to reconnect with old friends, really. Yeah.
Are you coming back to Chicago?
Well, hopefully for a visit. I will for sure make it a part of my travel plans. But yeah, I would love to. And visiting all the Filipino restaurants has been really a great experience for me back in 2019. And I meant to mention, as you know, our friend John Paul Ferrer was our president during my time in ISFA in 2019. So he's still been very helpful, just all the mentoring of young professionals and within ISFA. So it's really good.
All right. John Paul Ferrer. Okay.
Yeah, we're missing him, right?
Writer. Okay.
Yeah.
Columnist.
Yeah.
Paula, before we sign off, can you would you like to mention about all those participating restaurants here in Chicago for the?
I would love to grab this opportunity, as this is a great venue for everyone to know. So I would quickly just mention their names and locations, starting off with Buy & Co. They're in Montrose in Chicago. They have a prefix special with Tanduay cocktails as part of the partnership with their sponsor. Kubo Chicago, they have a full bar. They have they serve Red Horse and San Miguel, and Longanisa Burger. They are on Belmont Avenue and Lakeview in Chicago as well. Leilani Asian Fusion, this is a new name. They just recently opened, I believe. It's an Asian fusion based in Aurora, Illinois. Lola Tinings has been a classic. They also participate in 19. It's a classic turo-turo in Oak Park. Also, Ruby's Fast Food, classic Pinoy feast. They have been very supportive in the Filipino community all throughout. They're on Montrose Avenue in Chicago. Tita Mia, I'm sure you know it, Tita V. They opened in 2019, actually. They're known for their halo-halo and all other classic Pinoy dishes. And Niles in Illinois. 3NS in Broadview. Mora, who would not know Mora? They have the Plainfield and Oak Park locations. Genevieve's Bakery. She's a good friend of mine. Ube cake and ube cupcakes and all other Filipino flair. Located in Boys Town in Chicago. Max's, the original famous chicken in Seafood City. Subo Filipino Kitchen in Albany Park on Kimball. Pinoy Grill. We love their street foods, fried siopaw. They were actually featured on a YouTube video by this influential YouTuber, Mike Chen. They're in Arlington Heights. Chicken Ati-Atihan, one of the best in Asal, on Gulf Road in Niles. Tropicake. They just opened a physical location in downtown. So she would do pop-ups here and there, but she just opened a physical location. Please go visit her. Crumbs and Cream, Sylvanas. They specialize in Sylvanas. They don't have a physical locations yet, but you can avail of them in Fry and Wings, who's also one of the participating restaurants. They're known for salted egg wings. Watch out for a new store, but they're currently in St. Charles. Egg Rolly Cafe, Asian Fusion in Niles. And lastly, Veloria Coffee Shop. It's pop-up online coffee. So we also try to include as many restaurants, even though they don't have physical locations, but they need the support from the community. So thank you for that, Tita V. Hopefully I mentioned everyone participating, but yeah.
Well, Paula, everything sounds good.
Yeah. Thank you. It's really hard to not be there physically, but it can be done, as long as everyone's supportive and participative, and communication is the key. So it's been a good ride, and hopefully next year again we'll make it bigger and brighter.
Yeah. So this is really the restart after the
Yes. Yeah. Fingers crossed. Yeah.
Yes. All right. Very good. And it will be nice to see your pretty face.
Likewise. Yeah.
Okay, Paula, thank you very much.
Thank you, Tita V,
for gracing our show today and seeing your pretty face on the screen. And I'm so delighted to welcome you back on the screen.
Yeah.
And time that you would need us, just give us a call with your very important projects on ISPA and the FRW.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Miss Paula Arnedo. Don't forget that name and that face.
Thank you.
At maraming salamat din po sa inyong panonood. Ako po si Veronica. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye!
We would like to welcome all of you to Baladna Jewelry. We have a very big selection of 21 karat gold jewelry imported from the Middle East, from Dubai, Saudi, and Bahrain. And we have a very big selection of diamond. We offer free financing for 6 months, and we have a layaway system which you can leave your stuff for 3 months. We repair gold and we buy old gold. Welcome to Baladna Jewelry.
Salamat po.
Good afternoon. This is Brigitte, Carino, Cueter, bringing you this week's local news from our community. One of the most popular holidays in the country, Halloween, with masses of little superheroes, cartoon, and television characters, will soon be out in their neighborhoods for trick-or-treat fun. The American Red Cross has tips parents can follow to help keep the kids safe while enjoying the festivities. Make your trick-or-treaters visible to others. Provide kids with reflective gear, flashlights, and glow sticks to help make the route easier for them to follow and more visible to any vehicles on the roads. Keep your hands clean. Bring hand sanitizer and wash your hands when you get home. Practice pedestrian safety. Look both ways before crossing streets at street corners. Use sidewalks to walk to the next destination. Be considerate of other people. Only visit homes with a porch light on and accept treats at the door. Know where your trick-or-treaters are going and who they will be with. And have an adult check all candy before eating. Illinois will pause a program intended to provide taxpayer-subsidized health care to the influx of non-citizen arrivals. The program is already up to $831.6 million in projected taxpayer costs. As part of the state's fiscal year 2024 budget that began July 1st, Governor Jaygee Macapugay modified the state's health benefits for immigrant programs to only cover those over 65 for a total budgeted amount of $550 million. There would also be co-pays paid for by the enrollee, the cost-sharing measures paid for by the service provider. In July 2023, the total cost of the plan for all ages over 42 was $63.1 million. The taxpayer cost for August totaled $135.9 million. The Pritzker administration had said they would suspend the program if enrollment for the health benefits for immigrant seniors program reached 16,500. Governor Jaygee Macapugay and the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity launched $15.4 million in tourism funding through two grant programs. The Tourism Attractions Grant Program, $10.8 million, and the Tourism Private Sector Grant Program, $4.6 million. Eligible entities can apply for grants to attract, develop, and improve new and existing tourism-related projects, events, and festivals in an effort to boost tourism across the state and welcome more visitors. Grantees will be selected through a competitive notice of funding opportunity process. Illinois is the heart of the Midwest, attracting visitors from throughout the nation and around the globe, said Governor Jaygee Macapugay. As our tourism industry continues to bounce back from the pandemic, I'm happy to announce another $15.4 million in tourism funding so we can keep breaking records and displaying Illinois values of resilience and strength on an international scale. The Illinois Housing Development Authority and the Local Initiative Support Corporation launched the Next Generation Capacity Building Initiative, a new program designed to expand the talent pipeline and increase diversity within the housing development field and related industries. NextGen will provide training and technical assistance to expand access to pre-development financing and housing resources administered by the state, with a focus on reducing barriers to entry for developers of color in the Low-Income Housing Tax Credit LIHTC program. This joint initiative between IHDA and LISC is part of the authority's continuing efforts to support the capacity and growth of a diverse pool of affordable housing developers in Illinois. Applications from Black, Indigenous, or people of color developers seeking to participate in the Next Gen training program can be found here. Here in Illinois, we believe every person deserves a roof over their head and a place to call home, and our affordable housing developers are working to achieve just that, said Governor Jaygee Macapugay. The Illinois Department of Employment Security announced that the unemployment rate increased plus 0.3 percentage points to 4.4%, while non-farm payrolls increased plus 9,500 in September to a record high and surpassing the pre-pandemic number of total non-farm payrolls based on preliminary data provided by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics and released by IDES. The August revised unemployment rate was 4.1%, unchanged from the preliminary August unemployment rate. The August monthly change in payrolls was revised from the preliminary report from minus 100 to plus 3,800 jobs. The September unemployment rate and payroll jobs estimate reflect activity for the week including the 12th. In September, the industry sectors with the largest over-the-month job gains included trade, transportation, and utilities, plus 3,400, manufacturing, plus 2,500, and leisure and hospitality, plus 2,100. The industry sectors with monthly payroll job declines included professional and business services, minus 2,200, construction, minus 300, and mining, minus 100. The Illinois labor market continues to benefit from significant, steady long-term job growth throughout the state, motivating and mobilizing job seekers eager to reconnect with the workforce, said Deputy Governor Andy Manar. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our news this week. This is Brigitte. See you next time.